welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's video is going to be about how I do my eyebrows. Okay, so eyebrows are an extremely sensitive, critical, crucial part of any makeup look. Okay, and I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do eyebrows. I think that whatever works best for you is what you should do. So I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows now. I do have a previous eyebrow video, and my technique has changed tremendously. So I'm going to do an updated brow tutorial of how I do it. Is it a lot of steps involved? Yes. To do the specific brow I'm going to do, I don't do this every day, but when I do a full face, this is the brow that I generally am going to do. When I'm just doing my 5 or 10 minute face, I still kind of take the extra time if I have it to do my brows. Otherwise, I just do just a basic brow with eyebrow wax and shadow. That's like a basic brow. But this is what I'm going to do, fully defined brow, and so I'm going to show you how I do mine. If you're interested, please stay tuned. Okay, so when it comes to brows, in order to start, I always use my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I use that to prime my eyes, right, so that my shadow doesn't move. I also use that to go over my eyebrows as well. So step one, when I'm priming my eyes, I also prime my eyebrows. Okay, because I have no eyebrows, they're very sparse. Okay, they're not thick, voluptuous, and all that. Because I have no eyebrows, the first thing I like to do, I like to lay something down that's going to smooth down my fine hairs. Okay, and I like to use the Clear Brow Finisher by M.A.C. And you can get this from the store. It's not a pro product. You can get it offline or whatever. And then what I like to do is I like to run that through my brow a couple times, and what it does is it lays my brows down. Okay, notice also that the tail end of my brow, the tip of my brow here, doesn't extend all the way down. When sometimes I get my brows threaded, and sometimes the ladies will leave this long tail. Okay, so if you've noticed my brows before during tutorials, I've since taken that tail off. Okay, you don't have to go through those extremes. That's just me, because I didn't want to look like I had a C when I do very dramatic wing liner. It was almost kind of meeting the tail, so it was looking crazy. Okay, so if that's something, if you notice that, that's why the tail is kind of missing. So anyway, I'm gonna run this brow finisher through a couple times, and it's going to lay my brows down. Now, that's the only thing I do prior to my makeup, my face, my eyes, my face. I don't touch my brows again until the very end. So when you see me come back again, I'm gonna have my entire face done, and I'm gonna show you what I do to finish out my brow. Okay, so one of the things I don't want to forget to mention, I use cream, and I also use powder products to contour. When I'm using my cream or powder products to contour and I'm in my nose area, what kind of plays into how I do my brows is I bring the cream contour and the powder. Not only do I blend from the nose up into the upper brow, but I also take it right in front of the forefront of the brow. Okay, so just bring that into, I need you to keep that in mind as I'm doing this. That kind of plays into it. So as I'm blending my cream product out on my nose or the powder, I'm going to also take it up, and I'm going to blend it into the front tail of that brow as well. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, my whole face is done. Excuse the way that the lighting is, but I'm very close up so that you guys will be able to see. So what I do, let me just say what I do, because brows are very personal. Okay, so remember that, brows are very personal. I'm going to start off with a cream eyebrow product, and these are from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. I'm going to be using the chocolate, and I'm going to be using the ebony. Okay, so the chocolate and the ebony, that's what I'm going to be using. This is what the chocolate looks like, and this is what the ebony looks like. Okay, so chocolate and the ebony. I'm going to be using a MAC 208 brush, MAC 208, and I'm also going to be using, it's the flat shader brush. I can't never remember the number, and it's always, these are one of the first brushes where the number like goes, okay? So I'm also going to be taking a spoolie. Let me get a good one. I'm just going to use this one. Okay, so with the spoolie, I'm just going to brush out very gently the hairs. Remember, the brow finisher is still on it, so I like to brush them out, then I like to go over it with my finger. Okay, because I've done a lot of layers of product. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take just a little bit of the Ebony. Okay, just a little bit of the Ebony brow product, and I'm also going to dab this on the back of my hand to get off any excess. You can always add layers, right? So the first thing to do is make sure that your first layer is not overwhelming, and this is really your trace layer. I'm going to try to do this where you guys can see. Okay. Ooh, Lord Jeebers, help me. Okay, so I'm going to start at the arch of my brow. I'm going to start at the arch of my brow, and I'm going to take this down just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to start creating the arch. And I'm pulling from the product that I laid down, that line that I made the line with, that I made the outline with. That's where I'm pulling the brow product from. And this, remember, is my darkest cream color. This can also be done with shadow. Just remember the same concept. Darkest, dark, and then we're going to make it light later. And you're just going, this is just focusing on the tail. Okay, now I have a scar right here. Okay, so I kind of like to incorporate that scar into my arch, if that makes any sense, because when I don't, my eyebrow looks a little angled. Okay, so for me, I try to incorporate the first part of that scar into my brow and just go down. Okay, then you're going to take the lighter color, not the darkest but the dark. I'm going to take that also on the back of my hand. I don't know where I cut off, my camera cut out. Okay, but so we're going into the chocolate, so it's not the darkest, it's just dark. Okay, if you can hear my daughter and her friends, please excuse me. So anyway, okay, so we're going in with the chocolate. For the chocolate, that's what we're going to use to fill in the front of the brow. Now, here is where you flick the front of your brow up. And also remember to make that anchor, that row. And you're just going to flick up. Okay? And this is why I love the brow finisher so much, because it gives the little hairs more definition to me, as opposed to trying to do it with one of your products. Okay, so it looks something like that. Okay, so next I'm going to be taking a tinted sculpting brow gel. Anastasia makes these. This is a no-name one that I got off of I forgot, some website I used to order eyelashes from. Okay, so this is lighter than my brow, right? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to begin to comb this through the front of my brow. Remember to go up on the front part of your brow and then sweep this through. But notice I'm not going to the arch, okay? Just sweeping it through. And I'm gonna clean it up in just a second. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with my highlighter, or how I'm gonna define my brow. I like to use M.A.C NC35 Studio Finish, okay? And I'm gonna take that on that flat shader brush, and I'm gonna put it in, and I'm just gonna put the excess on the back of my hand. Let me get my mirror because y'all know I can't see. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to focus on still my arch, right before my arch. And I'm just going to line the underside of my brow, okay? Then I'm going to take this product and I'm going to blend it down into the brow bone, because this is what we're going to use as our highlight for our eye color. Had to fix that up a little bit. Okay, so the front part of the brow, I'm not going to put as much product, and I'm just going to blend this down. Okay, now whatever product you use as your first transition color, the lightest transition color you used, I'm going to get that color. For me, it was Soft Brown by M.A.C. Soft Brown looks like this. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of Soft Brown, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start blending. So that my highlighted contour or highlighted cream powder that defined my brow now blends with the colors that were in my eye look for today. And that's the brow. Okay guys, so these are my finished brows. Okay, so my brows are not perfect. They are the bane of my existence. I've said that in a couple of videos. I'm like one step away from constantly obsessing about my brows. So I'm, you know, always trying to find a better way to do them. The way that I'm doing them now, it's a little more labor intensive, but I like the results. So that's what I like. You got to figure out what you like, okay? Don't go out and buy all this brow stuff that I have. The Anastasia brow pomade is a good product. I like working with creams on my brows, but you can also do the same technique with shadows or powder products. You can start with the darkest, have a dark, and then lighten them up with a lighter color. So it's just a concept that I want you guys to get. So I use a darker brow pomade, the Ebony, and then I do that from the arch on back to the tail, and then I use a little bit of chocolate to kind of blend that toward the front of the brow, and then I blend the front with a lighter brow gel in the little wand that is definitely not my color, just to give it a little bleached shaded look, which, you know, I can do without bleaching. I don't want to bleach my eyebrows because to me, I don't have eyebrows. I have like sparse hairs that are sitting up there on my forehead, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's what I like, and you guys do what you like. So this video is about eyebrows. Okay, y'all have seen me do a chocolate smoky eye before. I always try to do an eye look that y'all have seen before. Okay, so you guys have seen me do a chocolate eye look. So this video is not about that. This video is about the brows, because I've been asked by a couple folks to show you my updated brow routine, and that's what it is. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys can take something away from it. It's just a, you know, a technique, basically blending my brow with 3 products, and then just defining the underside of the brow. I do not define the top side of my brow. I don't like the way that looks on me. Okay, some women it looks amazing. I've just never been able to pull it off on myself, so I don't do that. But if that's what you like to do, you know, go for it. There's no right or wrong in makeup. It's the end result and how it makes you feel about yourself. You know, makeup is 80% skill, 15% attitude, and 5%, you know, personality. You know what I'm saying? So you can pull off a look, any look that you want. You know what I'm saying? If you have the personality and the attitude to do it. So anyway, I'm rambling. I need to go. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, I will see you in the next video. Bye.